Thanks for joining the Admin Show. And I have a very special guest. They are Karan and Uma. Uma is PhD in Sanskrit, and Karan is expert in Vedanta. So, Karan, why don't you start and give a brief introduction?
Yeah, I have a general interest in spirituality and been exploring Vedanta, Vipassana, multiple other things, and in general, in search for wisdom, I've been hitting upon a lot of things, insights with everyone.
Okay, thank you. Uma, can you give a brief introduction before I share my screen?
Hi, I'm Dr. Parvati. I'm PhD in Sanskrit. Studied little bit about Vedanta also, and my specialization was in Dharma Shastra. So I have a knowledge of Upanishad and Quran.
Okay.
That's it. Thank
So
you.
for our viewers, today topic is Shanti Mantra, and Shanti Mantra is basically universal and humanistic in nature, brings out the best for everyone, and it deals with peace and wisdom is the core feature of Shanti Mantra. So let's move on to our first slide. And why don't you go ahead and read this for us, Uma?
ये शांति मंत्र यजुर्वेदा से है।
Mm-hmm.
ओम अस्तो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतम गमय, ओम शांति ही शांति ही शांति ही। अर्थात असत्य से सत्य की ओर चले, यानी कि जो सच है, जो हमें नहीं दिखता, यानी कि परमात्मा, परमात्मा की ओर चले। और तमसोमा ज्योतिर्गमय मीन्स कि अंधकार से आप प्रकाश की ओर चले, मृत्यु से अमृत की ओर चले, शांति ही शांति ही शांति।
All right, thank you, Uma. Karan, please go ahead and give an explanation on this one.
Sure, yeah. So we've done a much deeper podcast on this when we were reviewing mantras used in Matrix. And this was one of the core mantras that, in fact, that's when we thought that we should do Shanti mantra in general. While and I already said about what Shanti mantras are, but very quickly, if I take a step back, I mean, the reason why I felt that this was very important for us is, I mean, it's ignorance to light, ignorance to wisdom, and it's all about perception. So when you perceive yourself as limited, you have all sorts of challenges. But when you start connecting with the divine and see all connections and divinity, the problems start to become minuscule and smaller and some smaller. The second line, which is tamasoma, jyotirgama, tamas is your lethargy, laziness, all sorts of hindrance, which are self-inflicted, not from outside. To jyoti, jyoti is again wisdom, being wiser, doing the right things. And mrityu to amrit, which is from mortality to immortality. Immortality is when you are assuming that your body form is the mortal form, which will, and you're associating very heavily with it. That's when all the challenges in life comes, and when you connect with the immortality part of it, you already start to feel softer, nicer, more shant in general, and that's basically the structure of this particular mantra.
All right, Uma, do you
मैं
have
कुछ और भी कहना चाहूंगी अनामिका जी इस बारे में। एक्चुअली मनुष्य के भीतर और मनुष्य के बाहर हमारे जीवन में बहुत सारे दुख होते हैं। इन दुखों को 3 भागों में विभाजित किया गया है, आदि भौतिक, आदि दैविक और आध्यात्मिक। जो आदि भौतिक होता है वो नेचुरल कैलामिटीज से रिलेटेड होता है, जो भी नेचुरली हमारे आसपास चीजें हो रही हैं उसके लिए होता है। और जो आदि दैविक होता है वो देवताओं से संबंधित होते हैं, जैसे कि अत्यंत वृष्टि हो जाना या फिर हमें भूत प्रेत का डर लगना, तो ये आदि दैविक माना जाता है। और आध्यात्मिक जो होता है वो हमारे अंदर जो रोग पैदा होते हैं, जो आलस्य पैदा होता है, जो इंद्रिय जन्य होते हैं, वो चीजें आध्यात्मिक में आ जाती हैं, जिसके कारण वश हम जो है उस परमात्मा को जान नहीं पाते, क्योंकि हम दुखों से पीड़ित होते हैं। और जब हम दुखों से पीड़ित होते हैं तो वो दुख जब तक शांत नहीं होते, हम शायद परमात्मा की ओर ध्यान ही नहीं लगा पाते। तो इसके लिए हम बेसिकली ये शांति मंत्रास पढ़ते हैं, ताकि जो ये 3 प्रकार के दुख उत्पन्न हो रहे हैं वो शांत हो जाए और हमारा जो तन मन है वो परमात्मा की ओर लीन हो जाए।
Okay. Thank you. Let's
Yep.
move on to the next slide. So basically, Yajurveda. Uma, can you read this for us?
ओम सर्वेषां स्वस्ति भवतु, सर्वेषां शांति भवतु, सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु, सर्वेषां मंगलम भवतु। ओम शांति ही शांति ही शांति ही। अर्थात सब जो हैं वो सुखी रहें, सब शांति पूर्वक रहें, सब जो है पूर्ण रहे, मतलब मंगलमय रहे, उनको कोई बीमारियां ना हो, और सब मंगलमय रहें पूर्णतया, किसी के जीवन में किसी प्रकार का कोई दुख ना हो। ओम शांति शांति शांति।
Thank you, Uma. Karan, please go ahead and give us an explanation about that.
So again, this mantra is again a lot of these Shanti mantras are used before you start a lot of these, even yoga practices or meditation practices. Even in schools in India, a lot of schools start with this, and unfortunately, the deeper meaning is never shared of this. And this is such a beautiful mantra. If you see, I mean, it means well-being for everyone. And how the well-being is, when are you happy, or when are you in general, everyone will be happy when they are healthy, when they are peaceful, when they are complete, in the sense that when they're the most amount of dissatisfaction happens when you feel that you need to finish this, you have to get this, you have to acquire something, when you feel incomplete, and that's the Purnam. When you start feeling complete, uh, you automatically feel quite. And Mangalmay is basically, once you have acquired something, for instance, car, your dream car has come to you, but it is giving you trouble, then you can't be happy, or you can't be shant, or there's no way. So Mangal is being auspicious, being fruitful, and that's the, in such a short way, if we really want to encompass the whole world to be much better place, just this, if we can live this through all of us, I think this is the way to go to get world peace, to be honest. But that's basically the structure of it: health, mental peace, completeness, and whatever we have, giving us the pleasures as it's supposed to be. And then again, shanti 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 at the 3 levels of control, that, or not control, but basically existence that we have.
एक्चुअली करण जी, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आजकल दुनिया में सबके पास सब कुछ होते हुए भी कहीं ना कहीं उनमें अशांति है।
जी
अब उसके
बिल्कुल।
कारण कई हो सकते हैं, क्योंकि हमारी इच्छाओं का अंत नहीं होता। हमारे पास जितना है शायद हम और अधिक की कामना करते हैं, और शायद इसी वजह से हम उसके लिए दूसरों को क्षति पहुंचाने में भी पीछे नहीं हटते। तो कहीं ना कहीं ये भी एक वजह है कि ईश्वर हमें किसी ना किसी मोड़ पे ये याद दिलाता है कि हमें सबके लिए मंगलमय होने की कामना करनी चाहिए, सिर्फ अपने लिए प्रार्थना नहीं करनी चाहिए। क्योंकि जब आप दूसरों के लिए प्रार्थना करते हैं तो डेफिनेटली आपके साथ भी अच्छा ही होता है।
100%, 100%, सही बात बोले। एंड वो पूर्णम का, इसीलिए मैं आई वांटेड टू, इसके बाद वी हैव अनदर वन वेयर विल डिस्कस मोर अबाउट इट। बट वो इनकम्प्लीट जो है, अधूरापन सब में ऐसा लगता है कि और मुझे चाहिए, कुछ और करना है, कुछ और दिखाना है, कुछ और बनना है, तो वो हमेशा अशांति पैदा करता है, और वो अशांति हम फिर दूसरों को देते हैं।
So I'll just ask you one thing. You said incompleteness, but don't you think that is ambition, right? You are like you want to do something, you want to fill the gap, and ambition is, I don't think so. Ambition is bad.
No, no, it is not about bad. It is about being in the state of contentment. You can be aggressive towards something, or you can be complete and yet add to that. And that's why that last one is very
But
significant.
still add value to yourself.
Add value to it. Yeah, it's not about like, oh, because I don't have, that's why I'm like agitated. No, no agitation. You are shant. You are enjoying what you have already have. You're enjoying that part, but more things are coming to you, and you will enjoy them when they are there. Or you work towards it, but not with the craving that, oh, I have to have this kind of a thing.
Yeah, like
एम्बिशियस
like
होना
you're
अच्छी
wait for
बात
the
होती है
ethics.
अनामिका जी, लेकिन एम्बिशियस होने के लिए ये जरूरी नहीं होता कि आप जो है किसी और का नुकसान करें।
हाँ.
एम्बिशियस अपनी जगह पे होना बहुत जरूरी है। अगर हम एम्बिशियस नहीं होंगे तो शायद हम कुछ लाइफ में अचीव ही नहीं कर पाएंगे। लेकिन इंद्रिय जन्य जो वासनाएं होती हैं, जो आपको कहीं ना कहीं ऐसी चीज की ओर ले जाती हैं जिससे आपके अलावा कोई और भी सफर करने वाला है, तो वो चीज नहीं होनी चाहिए। यहाँ पे ये है।
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. This is also again Yajurveda. Go ahead and read this for us, Uma.
ओम द्यो शांति अंतरिक्षम शांति पृथ्वी शांति रापः शांति औषधयः शांति वनस्पतयः शांति विश्वे देवाः शांति ब्रह्म शांति सर्व शांति शांतिरेव शांति सामा शांतिरेधि ओम शांति शांति शांति। अर्थात इसमें ये हम जो तीनों लोकों में शांति रहे इसकी कामना कर रहे हैं, और हम कह रहे हैं कि द्यूलोक में शांति रहे, अंतरिक्ष शांति रहे, पृथ्वी में शांति रहे, जल शांत रहे, क्योंकि ये सारी जो चीजें हैं ना, ये कहीं ना कहीं नेचुरल कैलामिटीज का कारण बनती हैं। कहीं ना कहीं इससे मनुष्य को क्षति पहुंचती है। तो वो कह रहे हैं कि ये सब जब शांत रहेंगे तभी जो है मनुष्य के जीवन में शांति रहेगी। इसलिए उन्होंने अंतरिक्ष की शांति की कामना की है, द्यो की शांति की कामना की है, पृथ्वी, जल, औषधि और वनस्पति, विश्व देवा यानी कि जो पूरे विश्व पर अपना एक आधिपत्य स्थापित किए हुए हैं, ब्रह्मा जी, उनको शांति की, उनके लिए शांति की कामना, उनसे शांति की कामना की गई है। फिर उसके बाद सभी शांति पूर्वक रहें इसकी कामना की गई है कि सबको शांति मिले, मन से, धन से, वासनाओं से, और रोग मुक्त रहे, सब मंगलमय रहे, इसलिए शांति की कामना।
Right, thank you, Uma. Karan, do you have any take on this one?
Sure, yeah, no, I think I'll just translate some of that in English. The literal translation is basically, may peace prevail on in sky, the space between sky, the earth, which is, all three realms in some sense. Again, Vanaspataya or Aushadha, and Rapaha, which is water. Aushadha is basically the plant medicines and, herbs and things which heal us. Vanaspata is the kind, the what do you say, vegetation and everything. Vishwadeva, the use of Vishwadeva and Brahma, I really want to exaggerate on that. Vishwadeva, again, as I started off, I said that most of these mantras are very universal, beyond religion, if I have to. It doesn't say specific God as such. Vishwadev is universal soul. With, it could be, you can call it Allah, you can call it God, you can, name what you have. Brahma is the universe itself, which creates where we exist, where we will eventually dissolve. That being Shant is really invoking, the width of peacefulness around. I mean, just imagine if all of this is true, how peaceful things become. And again, these are invoked at the start of a lot of things, or even at the end sometimes, saying that, okay, now that we have finished most of our work, let's kind of calm down and go into this. Sarve Shanti is all of us. Shanti Reva, Shanti Shama, Shanti Redhi, which is within with all of us together and stay shant, which is also so difficult. I mean, two people staying together itself can create so much of chaos. But being together and still being shant is the whole essence of this.
Okay.
एक्चुअली इसमें अगेन मैं ये बताना चाहूंगी, ये शांति मंत्रास जो है यजुर्वेद क्योंकि यज्ञ के लिए बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। हम जब भी यज्ञ करते हैं तो हम यजुर्वेद के मंत्रों को ही लेते हैं। और जब जैसे बताया गया है कि मनुष्य के जीवन में 4 आश्रम होते हैं, जब मनुष्य गृहस्थ आश्रम में प्रवेश करता है तो उसको यज्ञ भी करने होते हैं, और ये यज्ञ उसके जीवन को सफल बनाने के लिए और जो उसके इस जीवन को प्राप्त करने का उद्देश्य है उसको सफल बनाने के लिए हम ये कामनाएं करते हैं। ये शांति मंत्र हम पढ़ते हैं ताकि हमारे जीवन में जो भी दुख आ रहे हैं उस दुख से हमें निवारण मिले कहीं ना कहीं। तो इसीलिए हम ये पढ़ते हैं। और इसमें जब हम दूसरों के लिए कामना करते हैं, दूसरों के लिए, अपने लिए, क्योंकि हमारे पास पैसा चाहे जितना भी हो, लेकिन अगर वो पैसा सही मार्ग से कमाया नहीं गया हो तो कहीं ना कहीं वो पैसा कहते हैं कि पलता नहीं है, और कहीं ना कहीं इंसान जो है वो रोगों में खर्चता है। तो उन चीजों से हटने के लिए भी ये शांति मंत्रों का प्रयोग किया जाता है।
बहुत बढ़िया।
Okay. Moving on to our next slide. Yeah, go ahead, Uma. Can you read this for us?
ओम सहनाववतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहे तेजस्विना अवधीतमस्तु मा विद्वावहे ओम शांति ही ओम शांति ही ओम शांति ही। ये बेसिकली इसमें जो है गुरु और शिष्य की बात की गई है। गुरु यहाँ पर जो है गुरु शिष्य को पढ़ाने वाले व्यक्ति हैं, और शिष्य उनसे ज्ञान प्राप्त कर रहा है, इसलिए वो आपस में ही कह रहे हैं कि हम जो है अच्छे से ज्ञान प्राप्त कर सकें, हमारी जो बुद्धि है वो तेजस्वी बने, और हम जो है वीर्य से युक्त हों, हम विद्या में अपने मन को लगाएं और विद्या प्राप्ति में हमारा मन जो है वो स्थिर रहे, और हम एक दूसरे के लिए द्वेषी ना बने, एक दूसरे की प्रति द्वेष भावना को ना रखें। इस तरीके से हम आगे बढ़ें, विद्या ग्रहण करते हुए हमारा जो ध्यान है सिर्फ विद्या में ही लीन हो, इस तरीके की कामना यहाँ पे की गई है।
Thank you, Uma. Karan, please go ahead and provide us your take on that.
Thank you. So, Uma ji ka, I'll take something beyond what Uma ji said. I mean, this is definitely a prayer for Guru and Shishya to get started of the work. But again, my connect with this was also like when I was doing my own studies at that point, every day we used to say this prayer before we started the day. Never knew what it meant. We just recited it and went back doing whatever we wanted to do. But the beauty of it stuck because it's not just about Guru Shishya. It's actually working together. It's a mantra for working together, coming together, and creating energy together. That's, I think, the beauty which I discovered much later with when I started reading more about it.
Absolutely.
And so especially the fourth line there, Tejasvina Vadhitamastu, which is together, let's create that energy which sparkles the world, basically. And again, it's not exact literal translation, but essence of it is that, and not become hurdle to each other. I think it's such a beautiful line, and can be used for almost everything that we are doing. I think all of us in families, we should use this whenever we're starting off something that we don't even I would say a trip to on a holiday also, we should start with this so that you make happy memories rather than become angry at each other. But that's the essence of this whole mantra. And again, the beauty lies that it brings people together. Again, no god, no reference to any specific thing. It's just very, very human. Like, let's come together, let's make good memories, good energy, and go on with it.
Amazing.
इसमें एक गूढ़ार्थ भी निहित है।
हाँ.
जैसे मैंने कहा कि गुरु शिष्य का मतलब ये ही नहीं कि सिर्फ उनके बीच में ही। एक्चुअली इसमें ये बात कही गई है कि गुरु जब शिष्य को विद्या देता है और शिष्य उसे पूर्णतया ग्रहण करता है, उस विद्या को पूरी तरीके से लेता है, तो डेफिनेटली वो आगे जब 4 जनों को पढ़ाता है तो वो उससे 4 जने आगे पढ़ते हैं, तो इस तरीके से चेन बनती है और विद्या जो है कहीं ना कहीं लोगों तक पहुंचती है और उपनिषद का ज्ञान पहुंचता है, उपनिषद का गूढ़ार्थ लोग समझ पाते हैं और शायद वो वेदों में निहित जो हमें गृहस्थ आश्रम के जो चीजें बताई गई हैं उसको पूर्णतया सही तरीके से, सही विधि विधान से करने में वो सफल होते हैं, जिससे कि सभी का जीवन मंगलमय बनता है।
All right.
Right.
Thank you, Uma. Moving on to
So-
our next. Oh, yeah, you have to say something.
Yeah, just one more thing on that one. The Sahna Vatu Sano Bhunaktu is may the universe provide us together, like nourish together, provide us blessings together, and Sahaviryam, which is together our energies work together. And that's as the another beautiful part, that it's not saying कि मुझे सिर्फ power दो, मुझे give me all the blessings and energy. It's like together we get everything, and together we create beautiful things.
करण जी, ये इसलिए भी कहा गया है क्योंकि आजकल जो है आप अगर देखेंगे तो कहते हैं कि गुरु शिष्य से भी ज्ञान अर्जित करता है। ऐसा
Right.
जरूरी नहीं है कि गुरु को सारा ज्ञान हो। तो एक अच्छा गुरु वो ही होता है जो ज्ञान प्राप्ति के प्रति लीन रहे, हमेशा तत्पर रहे। तो अगर गुरु में ही वो भावना आ जाएगी कि मैं गुरु हूं और तुम शिष्य हो, तो शायद वो चीज रहेगी नहीं, वो ज्ञान शायद ज्ञान ना रहे।
सही
और
बात,
जब
सही बात.
दोनों मिलके काम करेंगे तो ज्ञान का एक नया विकास ही हो जाएगा।
Yeah. Actually, based on this, I was watching something called Dharma Kshetra in Netflix.
Dharmashit.
And then it says that the Dronacharya, he asked Eklavya to to give his thumb as Guru Dakshina, so that he's not as smart as Arjuna. So do you think even those days there were politics, and that is actually violating the law of Guru and Shishya?
ऐसा
I will let
नहीं है
Parvati ji
राधिका जी।
talk about it, because it's a long topic, very, very debated. And it's
नहीं,
not easy
ऐसा
to.
नहीं है। जो द्रोणाचार्य और एकलव्य की जो कथा है वो वहां पे ये बताया गया है कि गुरु दक्षिणा का कितना महत्व था। वहां पे वो बात बताई गई है। एक्चुअली द्रोणाचार्य ने एकलव्य को पढ़ाया नहीं था, उन्हें शिक्षा नहीं दी थी, लेकिन एकलव्य ने उनकी प्रतिमा बनाकर उनकी बिना आज्ञा के वो शिक्षा ग्रहण की थी, एक उनसे प्रार्थना करते हुए शिक्षा ग्रहण की थी। तो गुरु द्रोणाचार्य ने तब ये बोला था कि जब आपने मुझे रखकर ये मुझसे प्रार्थना करके मेरी प्रतिमा के द्वारा आशीर्वाद हासिल करते हुए आपने जब ये शिक्षा ग्रहण की है, तो भाई मेरा गुरु दक्षिणा भी आपको देना पड़ेगा। तब उन्होंने उनसे ये जो है थंब डिमांड किया था, क्योंकि उस टाइम पर ये, अगर आप ये कहते हो ये पॉलिटिक्स है, तो पॉलिटिक्स ये भी है कि गुरु की आज्ञा के बिना, उनसे परमिशन के बिना उन्होंने शिक्षा ग्रहण की थी। तो जिनको उन्होंने शिक्षा प्रदान की है, तो वो अपने शिष्य के लिए सोचना हर एक गुरु का कर्तव्य है। तो उन्होंने अपना कर्तव्य
That
निभाया।
Guru Dakshina is very extreme, you know. Yeah.
So
Okay.
नहीं, but that is a very controversial thing in the current days. It is a lot more controversial. There's several
Right, right.
perspectives. So it's not an easy, and nothing in Mahabharata is a straight answer. So we may want to do a series all just discussing all these complexities in
Those
Mahabharata alone.
days, gurus have a very important place in the eyes of students also, and they used to respect the gurus a lot. But nowadays, I don't think so. It is missing somewhere.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So before we move on to the next, Anaji, I just want to close this out that one point which I missed out is this working together is very specifically, if you look into our student life in the current generation and the generation we grew up in, it does not talk about competitiveness. It's basically working together and creating. So it's not competitive. It's working together is the key to having Shanti. Again, the more you compete, the more Ashanti you get. That's another aspect of it, which which beautifully comes out of this mantra.
Okay. All right. Moving on to the next one. Isha and Brihadaranyaka.
Isha and Brihadaranyaka Upanishad.
Okay. So can you read that for us, Uma, please?
Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति ही शांति ही शांति ही। जैसे कि मैं पहले वाले एपिसोड में भी मैंने ये मंत्र का जाप भी किया था और मैंने बताया भी था कि इसमें ये कह रहे हैं कि वो जो परब्रह्म है वो पूर्ण है, और उसी से ये संपूर्ण पृथ्वी निकली है, ये पूरा ब्रह्मांड बना है। अगर आप इस पूरे ब्रह्मांड को उनसे पृथक भी कर देंगे, अलग भी कर देंगे, तो भी वो पूर्ण ही रहेंगे, क्योंकि ये उन्हीं से बना है और उन्हीं में ही विलीन हो जाने वाला है। तो इसलिए उनका जाप करें, ओम शांति ही ओम शांति ही ओम शांति।
Thank you, Uma. Karan, do you have to say anything on this one?
Yes. So usually, again, this one is chanted at the end of it, and I know we have one more to go, but ideally, again, we started off saying that Purna ka kya? Purna is completeness. And it's also, I mean, Purnima, when the circle is complete, it's called Purna. The whole idea of Purna is that, and it has a lot of deeper meaning actually, and even mathematical to some extent. Actually, it's talks about zero and infinity. To be honest, if you take anything from infinity, infinity doesn't get less. If you put back anything in the infinity, it doesn't get. Whatever you take out of infinity is still complete by itself, and it will remain complete till it exists. That's basically it talks about, and how I relate to it, and why it is important for us to kind of build this perspective of infiniteness being around us is purely the abundance. जब हमें लगता है कि कमी है, कि मेरे को नहीं मिल रहा है या दुनिया में मुझे ये compete करके मिलेगा या मुझे तभी मिलेगा जब मैं किसी से छीन लूं तब मुझे मिलेगा, वैसा नहीं है. There is so much out there in the universe. No matter how much we take out of it, we will, there is enough for everyone else also. Of course, you know, you can always be greedy and always craving for more, but essentially, that whole feeling of that if I have to take it because there is not enough is what this mantra kind of gave me that perspective that there is the universe is vast, it is building, it is coming, things are forming, and it will be available not only for our generation, for the generations to come. Even though it also, I think, as we become more, I would say, consumerist, we are taking faster than it can create. But that is also for a limited period of time. I mean, in the end, we will hurt ourselves, but the universe will not get affected. The universe will stay, Earth will stay, and everyone else will. The only people who will is people who feel that we don't have enough. So that's my take on this.
सेम उसी तरीके से जैसे सागर में से एक बूंद अगर निकाल लिया जाए तो सागर को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
बिल्कुल सही बात, बिल्कुल सही बात. वो एक और बहुत अच्छा एग्जाम्पल है ये. सागर से आप ले लीजिए, आप हवा से हवा को हटा दीजिए, फिर भी हवा रहेगी.
हाँ जी,
ऑक्सीजन इज स्टिल
बिल्कुल.
abundantly अवेलेबल नो मैटर व्हाट. हम पानी भी है, असल में पानी को हम दूषित कर रहे हैं, इसलिए कमी है. अगर आप दूषित ना करें तो पानी की भी अबंडेंस कभी खत्म ना हो. तो
Right.
See, I want to go back to Karan's point. Remember, we did Matrix, and you know what the agent says that hey, the human beings they use the resource, they utilize the resource, and then but the agents, how agents are better than Matrix? So I'm sorry, Neo and people around because they are not using as much resources as the human beings. So, do you think we are using too much of resource and we might get depleted? That is why we are trying to go to other places, to human beings to settle into other planets and things like that. So what do you think, what is your take on that?
my take,
जब
my
भी
are you asking me or asking Uma?
Let's start with
कैरी ऑन.
yeah, anyone.
Okay, I'll give a quick response to that. My definite take is that I mean the reason why we are over exploiting everything is essentially because we feel that unless we have it, it is incomplete. We don't feel complete no matter what. So all the the whole in general capitalistic system is meant for taking, consuming, and creating want. And when want is basically you are not complete the way you are, and that is the reason for us over acquiring, over consuming everything around us, and that is the cause of it. It's not that there's not enough. There will be again the very famous quote: there is enough for man's need but not for man's greed.
Okay,
So
yeah.
that's basically the essence that we are living. And if we are able to switch to the mindset of abundance and knowing that we are complete without, our needs will become lesser. We usually, if I take a very simple thing, we usually eat more than what we need. We could eat lesser, we could eat more simpler food, and when we eat simpler food, then you're starting to consume less, and so on. Same thing. I mean, every aspect of our lives can actually be looked at and seen that we overdo just because we must,
Satisfy our ego.
not because we want.
We want a 6,000 square foot house with a swimming pool just to satisfy our ego, but we are fine with 2,000 square foot house.
Absolutely. You don't even need 2000 square. You basically are in a studio apartment when you're living. You are actually lot less hassle, much more simpler, and so on.
Okay.
बट क्या हम ये कभी सोचते हैं कि ये जो हम 6,000 स्क्वायर फीट या जो भी हम ये अपार्टमेंट्स में रहते हैं, ये अपार्टमेंट्स भी धरती के ऊपर है, और धरती जो है वो हमारे कब्जे में नहीं है, ये हमारा नहीं है कुछ भी,
ये
ये
हमारा
सब
नहीं, सही बात।
नश्वर है।
करेक्ट, करेक्ट,
तो
करेक्ट,
अगर
एब्सोल्युटली।
हम ये जानने लगे, क्योंकि अति जो होती है, किसी भी चीज की जो अति होती है वो विनाश का कारण बनती है। अगर आप ज्यादा खा लेंगे तो डेफिनेटली आप बीमार भी पड़ेंगे। तो अगर आप जितना आपको जरूरत है आप उतना लेंगे, तो आप डेफिनेटली कहीं ना कहीं अपना फायदा ही करेंगे। ये चीज हम जब भूलते हैं, तभी सृष्टि जो है वो विनाश की ओर बढ़ती है और आपको अपना रौद्र रूप दिखाती है।
Basically, again,
तो
we're
उस
going back to the
हमें
same
बंद
thing,
कर।
breaking the matrix.
Breaking the matrix. Yes, it all goes back to that
Everything
conversation.
goes back to that.
We are desperately caught in the matrix. That's why these are all mantras or reference points. They are just trying to say that don't get stuck with it. At least know that there is a matrix. At least that is the least that you need to know.
Actually, I want to say a small comment. Like, I was dropping my son, and I said that, it's like one semester tuition fees is like close to 14K. He's telling 14K is we're all in matrix. You don't need 14K to impart some knowledge. So I said, okay, then you have to graduate, so you have to be in matrix.
Yeah, we prep our kids for the matrix, but we have to also let them know that there is you don't get caught up in the matrix.
Okay, moving on to our last slide, and that is, yeah, go ahead, Uma, go ahead and read for us.
ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ओम शांति ही शांति ही शांति ही। अर्थात सभी सुखी रहें, सभी निरोग रहें, सभी मंगलमय रहें, और किसी को भी किसी प्रकार का कोई दुख ना हो। ओम शांति ही, ओम शांति ही, ओम शांति।
Thank you, Uma. Karan, please go ahead and give us the explanation on this.
So I think it's just goes with the same theme, and this is very, very popular. I think I've heard this line in so many places, even in hospitals. Actually, I've like seen these lines being used. Again, it's the universalness of the mantra which always makes me feel really overwhelmed. Sarve bhavantu. Now, important part here is survey is not trying to exclude anyone, whether you are from a certain place, religion, caste, creed, sexual orientation. Everyone, let everyone be sukhi, happy. Nirama is again disease free and without any trouble and without any of forms of dukh which can be created, whether internal, external, and so on. And the appeal is essentially that universalness, no exclusion, again, no specific God or anything. So, what in some ways, what I feel is that this is the aspect that we all should know. That I mean, it's a very, no matter what kind of human you are, you need all of these blessings in your life, and let that blessing come from wherever it is coming. And again, if we have all of this, then you can be shant at internal level, do the right things, do the wiser thing, and be a good citizen no matter where you live.
Uma, do you have to say
जब
anything?
आप ऐसा करते हैं ना अनामिका जी, डेफिनेटली जब आप अपने लिए कुछ नहीं मांगते और दूसरों की मदद करते हैं, दूसरों के लिए कामना करते हैं, दूसरों की मदद करते हैं, तो डेफिनेटली आपको एक अलग तरीके का जो सुख का अनुभव होता है ना, वो शायद आपको नॉर्मली नहीं मिलता। क्योंकि अपने लिए तो हर कोई मांगता है, जब आप दूसरे के लिए मांगते हैं तो उसमें एक अलग ही तरीके का सुख मिलता है।
All right. Thank you. It was a great discussion. Karan, do you have to say anything to my viewers of The Atman Show? Like, share, and subscribe.
Absolutely. I mean, continue watching. I see the viewership is growing, and congratulations for all the hard work, Anamika ji, you're putting, bringing some amazing speakers from everywhere, globally. And I think so to the audience, yes, please keep watching. Please share your feedback, and we would love to, hear more on what topics we can discuss, what we can do more research on, and share our views on. But please do like, subscribe, and share all the videos in the channel, The Atman.
Thank you. Uma, do you have to say anything to my viewers of The Atman Show?
मेरी आप सबसे गुजारिश है कि आप इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब, शेयर एंड लाइक जरूर करें, ताकि हम और ज्ञान की बातें आपके साथ कर सकें और कुछ सीख सकें और कुछ सिखा सकें। धन्यवाद।
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste.
नमस्कार।